Ladies and gentlemen, and now, the moment we have all been waiting for. The Battle of the Tuk Tuks. In the yellow Tuk Tuk, representing Emcor Bajaj, Ed, Mr. Tuk Tuk Shira. And in the blue Tuk Tuk, representing Rusco Caruza, Bud, Mr. Dumaguete, Brown. Let the battle begin.
Hey everybody, this is Bud Brown living in Dumaguete City. Actually, we're in Valencia right now with my friend Ed, and he's going to talk about his, I think the generic name is Tuk Tuk for both of these, right? Yeah. That's kind of the generic name, but he'll tell us all about it, and I asked him if he could tell us what he likes and what could be improved or what he doesn't really care for. And I'm going to do the same thing with my Caruza. So Ed, introduce yourself, maybe talk about how long you had it. Or...
Fair enough. Thank you, Bud. Yeah, this is the Bajaj. They call it a twin spark, and it's a Tuk Tuk. Bajaj, I think, is the #1 maker of Tuk Tuks in the world. They've got the most Tuk Tuks that they're making. This one is a gasoline. They do have electric ones, which are not available in the Philippines, and diesel, which are not available in the Philippines. The motor is a 200cc or thereabouts, 4-stroke engine, fuel injected, so we got no carburation, which is kind of nice. Tucked in over on this side is the gas tank, and it isn't very big. I just noticed that in looking at my specs, it's 8 liters, which isn't very much. I mean, we figured out it's a couple gallons.
Yeah.
And so if I am driving typically, which I haven't been lately because of the quarantine, but if I'm driving typically, I'm typically filling it up once a week. And I usually get about 250 kilometers or so out of a tank of gas.
It's a filler, a gas, what do you feel? Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, that's the gas tank filler. One of the things that you and I were talking about this morning, Bud, is that and I do need to get gas, but the diameter of this fill tube is such that that back pressure will cause the gas tank filler, the gas pump, to cut off early.
Yeah.
So I always tell them, go 2 clicks. First click and then fill it up from there, because otherwise I don't get a full tank.
Right. Or full tank, as they say here.
Yeah. Okay. And this Tuk Tuk I bought used. It had 400 kilometers on it. We'll give a shameless plug to our friend John Blanco, Turquoise Sunsets YouTube channel. He had this Tuk Tuk. I had driven a rental Tuk Tuk last year and really liked it. So when I came back last December, I asked John, because I knew he'd gone back to America, I said, what are you going to do with the Tuk Tuk? And he said, well, I don't know. I said, you willing to sell it? And he said, yeah, and so here I've got it. Now it's still in John's name because I haven't swiped over the registration.
Well, that may take a while too.
All right, so in the back we've got seat belts for 3 people. We have had 4 people total in the back before, including a couple of pretty big folks, and it works. It's it's not the whole social distancing prescription, but it works. There's a nice little shelf back there that sits over the engine that we put our groceries in and so forth and so on.
Does that seat fold down?
I don't think it does.
Okay.
It does not.
Okay. Well, that would be a difference.
This seat does, and I'll show you that in a moment. So up forward, it's got these little seats here, which just kind of flop out of the way, I guess. And I suppose somebody could sit there, but I don't really feel comfortable with it. Usually just one person sitting up here. one of the things that is, oh, we'll do that in just a moment. You can see here a water container.
Yep.
Parking brake here. One of the things that's interesting is it's actually got a brake pedal, just like a car. And I assume yours has got the same thing.
Yeah,
And it's a disc brake on all 3 tires, so all the tires go at the same time. So
wait a minute, let's see that spare tire.
yeah, so this seat does open up.
Okay.
And inside here is the battery, the spare tire, and the tools for changing a tire. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Now, one thing that I don't really like is that water holder there on the right. As you know, well, at least as I think you know from your Rusco, this is the accelerator.
Right.
This is the throttle.
Right.
So
like
if
a regular motorcycle.
yeah, and then the shifter over there, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with the water bottle on the right and with the throttle on the right, you'd like to be able to reach down with your right hand and grab the water, but you have to take your hand off the throttle in order to do that. So I've kind of gotten used to using my left hand and coming down and picking it up. So anyway, yeah, real simple gauges. There's speedometer, odometer, gas tank, high beam notification showing you in neutral because it has to be in neutral to start. Battery, oil, and service engine soon light. So that's really all that we've got there. Then if you go over on this other side, we've got a couple of things going. There's a couple little glove boxes that are locking.
Couple of them. Wow.
Yeah, one on each side.
Well.
And then it's also got a 12-volt DC charger there, so I can
Nice.
charge my cell phone.
That's nice.
These wires down here, Bud, are for a radio that you can get to put in here. But I don't really use them. That lever down there with the green sticker on it, that's what puts you into reverse. So you can go into reverse in all gears.
You pull up on that thing.
Yeah, you pull up on that to make that happen. This again is the shifter, and we have on the handlebars turn directional.
Let me go this way.
Yeah, we've got turn directional, high beam, low beam. Over here is wiper, lights, parking lights, and so forth, and then horn. Real straightforward.
Yep.
One of the things about the shifter is that it is not on, you don't use anything in your feet to shift. You do all your shifting right like this. And I think for some folks like you, Bud, who have been a big motorcycle rider your whole life, that would take some getting used to. I had never driven a motorcycle, so I just learned something new and went that way. So the only other thing that really is here is this lever right here is a hand start. So if for some reason that you can't,
very good.
You can't get the batteries not working or whatever, you've got that capability.
Have you tried that one yet?
I tried it once to make sure I knew how to make it work.
Did it work?
It did.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Windshield wiper?
Yeah, windshield wiper. Pluses and minuses. Oh, by the way, this is an add-on that John had bought, John Blanco. These curtains come down if it's raining, and they just, work on these catches down here. And they really work. I mean, you do not get wet when you've got these down. or maybe I should say more appropriately, you don't get wet from the outside. It does become very, very hot and humid inside when these curtains are down. A couple of things that I really love about the Tuk Tuks in general.
Yeah.
Number one, I think they're inherently much safer than a motorcycle.
Yeah, yeah.
We got 3 wheels, 3 points of contact. If you hit a dog, which you hopefully don't, but it happens a lot here in the Philippines. Right. If you hit a dog, you're not going off. Right. You're not going to be, you know, right. You're going to stay on top of it.
Exactly.
Because it's 3 points. So I really like that. I like that it's got the ability to have some more storage space for when we go shopping, grocery shopping, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
it's nice to be able to put the stuff in here, and we've taken a lot of stuff in here. Believe it or not, you can cram a lot of stuff in here. Couple things that I don't like, we were just talking about it. The only rear mirrors I have are on the side, left and right. I'm used to driving a car that has a mirror, a rear view mirror on the windshield going out the back window, because there's a huge blind spot back there.
Yes. Yeah, there is.
Other than that, the cost of this, I believe, I've never bought one for new, but I believe it's 178,000 pesos for this, and then the add-on curtains are like 7,000 pesos, so it's 185 altogether.
Okay.
There's a lot of them around. Well, I've noticed a lot more of them since I came back in December. And they become very popular, I think, because they are smaller. You can get around some traffic jams. Parking is a lot easier with this than with a car.
For sure.
And it is safer than a motorbike, and you can get out of the rain when it rains.
Yeah. Nice.
So that's what I know.
Yep. I can't think of anything. I mean, you told us the price. How about insurance?
Well, you know, I'm not really sure how the insurance works here in the Philippines. I do know that since John bought this less than a year ago, that the first year's insurance comes with the unit.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure exactly what happens after that, and we'll find out here soon. I believe that and again, I've not, because of the COVID and the quarantine, I've not even shifted over the registration as yet. So John, if I get into an accident tomorrow, it's your responsibility. No, I got you covered.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah, they're nice. They're good, solid machines. I like them. This top does not come off.
Yeah. It looks like it should, but it doesn't.
It's got a bunch of Phillips head screws that are screwing it down, but I suppose I could take them off. But boy, it's not going to be very easy to take it off or put it back on.
No, exactly.
And that's about it for the Bajaj.
Mufflers there.
Yeah, they call this the Bajaj RE Twin Spark, which means that it's got the fuel injection.
Okay.
So the engine, I've just closed this up, but the engine is a 200 cc Kawasaki motorcycle engine. It is air cooled, not water cooled. So we've got these. Actually, the air intake is right over here that brings the air in. Good morning. So it's air cooled. That's about all I know.
Alrighty. That's everything that Ed knows.